This is a Headgum
Fan Supercut.
Yeah, what are some things that people don't know about me? I feel like you guys could do a better job answering that than I can.
Marty's exact street address is 2.
That really shouldn't be something we talk about. Most people, I assume, know that already.
Right. No, I'll beep that out. Please, if you like the show, feel free to subscribe and rate 5 stars on iTunes. We are charting on the improv comedy charts, and so that would just be a huge help. As well as listen to If I Were You, listen to Review, listen to Dead Eyes. Until next week, I've been your host, Geoffrey James, and Marty's exact street address, again, is Los Angeles, California. So feel free to dox him, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Amir seems upset.
I'm just learning about all this at once, and it's hard to... Sorry about that.
What was that? Are you listening to...
I was downloading something, and I guess it finished downloading as I was recording, and then it auto-played in my iTunes. So it was like a podcast starting during a podcast. And for like a few brief seconds, this podcast was slightly better because it meant that there was another podcast about to happen. And I turned it off, and now I have to fucking talk to you again.
What show was it?
It was a yet-to-be-released Headgum podcast.
Is it... I mean, we can talk about it. Is it...
We obviously can't. That's why I said a yet-to-be-released Headgum podcast.
All right.
So, like, the reason I was being like, don't say all right, because you still don't get it. The reason I was being like a little cagey and coy is because I didn't want to say whose podcast it was. Okay, I know you're going to say all right, but you still don't get it. I don't want you to say, don't nod like you say you got it. Yep, I see you're nodding, you're mouthing namaste. Do not say the name of the show, starting now. That's all you have to hear. Don't say the name of the show. I'm sorry, it autoplay.
Hosting it. That's not the name of the show. You said don't say the
Ferris,
name of the
cut
show.
This out.
Ferris, keep this in.
Please bleep it.
Keep this
Always
in, Ferris.
Constantly bleep it. No, do not keep it in. Don't keep it in. And now I have to fucking listen to this entire episode again just to make sure that you're going to bleep this. Bleep that part. Cut this part.
I thought you listened every week.
Start from the top. No, I do listen every week. I have to listen before it comes out to make sure that part's not in there, if that makes sense. I have to listen before it comes out. I have to listen now because I have to listen to you.
Sure.
I'm sick and tired. Then I have to listen before it comes out, which is like another layer of listening to this shit that I don't want to do. Because I don't know if you might like edit that part into a different part. So I have to like go over it with a fine tooth comb. Then I have to listen when it's actually online. So you're pointing and nodding like you got it. You don't got it. You fucked up. You're going to fuck up again. Move on and I'll deal with it later.
No, that's actually a good idea. The idea of kind of taking the audio of what you didn't want me to say in context. In context, you didn't want it. So if I put it after the ad break, suddenly, bingo bango, we're cooking with gas. Amir, I sent you an email about next week's content meeting. If you could just respond while we kind of do this next question.
It's almost 9 p.m. Eastern time right now.
I know, but
which means it's 6 p.m. So it's after work hours.
It's 5:55, so he has 5 minutes to respond, and it's not going to affect the show because Ferris will cut this out
next week. So it could have waited to not.
And you want me to do it right now?
I would love an answer. Yeah, now it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you could this one's about the podcast.
Again, another one you can't mention. Don't say anything out loud about the network. We gave you this show. You have to keep things vague. You can't say the other person's name. You can't say this person's name. Bleep it all.
These are some exciting new podcasts.
Exactly. They should be. And you're sort of leaking the information out in a really unproductive way. So sorry, Zach, you had to hear that. And I shouldn't be this rude to Jeff, but like he literally doesn't understand unless I like lay it out like this in plain English. And even then, I get very low expectations. Yeah,
I support you.
Cut that name out.
The last host, and this is the last host that I'll kind of out in a way. But you said be vague. You said be vague. You said be vague. So I'll be vague. Her name is two cities. Her name is two cities. So the first name is.
It's not. Yeah, this isn't a guessing.
And then her
game.
last name is like.
Don't use any of this. Don't use any of this. Okay, there we
Got
go. There we go.
I was
Another
getting
name
there.
that we cannot. We again don't use any. Yeah.
Romance is thinking about your significant other when you are supposed to be thinking about something else.
So it's obviously Nicholas Sparks. It's a small child. You have to clap because a small child
so
wouldn't be
fast.
saying significant
Also,
other.
we also didn't come up with a consensus. You just sort of
Right.
gave it away as soon as.
Like, I would have said the same thing, but I didn't really have a chance.
Sorry, yeah,
And
consensus.
I also, it would have been like a fun little healthy debate if I was trying to convince the group about the fruit, but
Yeah.
you sort of got rid of
As
that.
another potential host.
I mean, the game's the game, guys, and I don't know. I think like we could quibble about it or complain, but it's fair.
You
and I
won
just-
$200. You won $200.
I'm defending my friend. Like, I don't get why that's controversial. It's a fun
Because
game that
he
my friend
paid
came
you
up with.
$200.
And by the
He
way,
paid you actual cash.
I was
Because I
right. I,
played
am
the game
hungry.
well.
I played the game well. I deserve $300.
You said
Jeff, is there gonna
100
be
was the best
cash?
age to die, and you think you deserve money for that? It's obviously 74. I'd maybe give you 78.
The next game, you're saying there's no cash involved.
All right, he's
What's that?
for the podcast for the next one. He left. He fucking
left.
left for that. The nominees for Outstanding Podcaster in a Comedy Podcast are Geoffrey James, Review. Geoffrey James, The Headgum Podcast. Jake Hurwitz, If I Were You. Billy Scafuri, Buckets. And
So, I mean, we have to cut part of this.
Yeah, bleep that last one.
well, because it
that
hasn't been
podcast
released
is
yet,
not
but it's been recorded,
Right.
and I've heard a lot of it, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, you can record it. We just can't announce it yet. So bleep it. Continue. Jake wins. Next category.
No, that's not who won.
I don't know if it's a hobby, but I've been walking way too much.
I saw
I've
your
been
tweet.
walking about 7 miles
Insane.
a day.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been walking a lot, and there's not much more behind it because I'm struggling to give you a good, funny answer. But I've been walking way too
Well,
much.
you live at what?
So that was actually way closer. Some of us who just listen to this insane podcast you produce every week, Jeff, there's lots of bleeps and beeps. And as the listener, we're like, I wonder if he's actually saying anything there or if they're just bleeping it out. And listeners, he was like 8 numbers off from my actual house. So
Yeah, and
a true freaked out moment. An actually true freaked out moment.
And there's
That
no
was
reason for him to know
total
that.
guess. That was
Yeah.
truly a total guess, but I know you told me once that you lived in Silver Lake, and I just went with the first street name I could remember.
Is there like a website you went on and like searched my information? Jeffrey, be honest with me. You have a guilty look.
You do know where you seem to know where people live a lot.
Right. No, that's true. So some people have like, I mean, I don't want to say it, but resting B face, right? When you kind of look angry all the time. I have resting guilty face. So let's just say I'm in court a lot. So CAA laid off 300 people today, and I was one of their agents of chaos, not literary. Ron Mayer put me on salary to sort of sow seeds of dissent within the other agencies. Right,
I have
Marika?
no idea what you're talking about.
These blank stares. If you guys could be in my shoes, like have a little empathy for your boy, because like it's just I'll say something that I think is a carefully crafted sentence, and then it's just you guys don't know what to say, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
Your tux.
Okay.
Right?
So,
Cut it out.
Yep.
I'm going to
That's
ask you to
bleep.
cut it
That's
out.
fine. No, Ferris will bleep it
Gonna
out.
ask you to cut it out.
100%
Last
he
time,
will.
Jeff.
He will. But
Yeah.
that's a very hilly area. Your thighs must be on the rise.
The fact that you know the topography of my neighborhood is doubling down on how troubling
I almost lived on
this line
so I
of
know that there's a
questioning
bunch
is.
of public stair sets over there.
He's troubling,
Yes, there
troubling
is.
down for sure.
There you go here.
And just to be clear, did sign the contract yet?
And again, don't name names. Don't talk about internal business.
Well, we can talk about the Finn Wolfhard podcast now. Somebody asked me on their Instagram post, they commented, I wonder if this is what Jeff had to bleep out on the Headgum podcast, and it was.
yeah, one of the things.
Yeah.
One of many things to come. I will often notice about my good friend Amir is that
No, we're not.
he
Good
can
friends.
slow down time in a way. Like when
That
he
doesn't mean
has a
anything.
free weekend, he
Yeah.
can make it seem longer to himself.
Don't
Does that
smile while
make
you
sense?
talk about me at all. You don't know me. I don't want to be your friend. And don't put that out there in the world because you're lying to people.
I'm just saying.
I
like,
know, and I'm
yeah,
asking you to stop saying. It's disgusting. It's amoral. You don't.
We can talk about it. We can talk about
What about it? What
You
about
worked hard on the pilot for the show.
who?
And that time sort of flew by for you. But then now, now is the time that you get to slow things down. Now you get that R&R. Now you get that honestly PR and
You're not,
R&D.
Yeah, you're not. What do you mean by, so let's focus on that. What do you mean I'm going to slow down for R&D? What do you think R&D means in that?
Rest and decompression.
That one is actually right. All right, fine. I'll allow it.
Marika, who did we pitch to today / are going to next week?
I don't know. I'm not on the.
And this is the part where you bleep out who we're talking to about creating podcasts.
This is a meeting as much as it is a podcast.
I think this is like the fastest censorship that's ever happened on any podcast.
And I also think there's a tall end cutoff. I think if you go beyond, like, let's say 6'6", you start to look a little alien to have.
Who?
No, because
Offhand.
like Serge Ibaka is 6'9" and he's hot. And
No,
he's
Serge
like a
Ibaka
model.
is 69. He's actually 6'4", fucker. He's hot because he actually is a giving lover, and I won't retract anything I've said so far.
All right.
Why did you start this?
Show will be out by the days of
Oh my
I
god.
cannot mention. Why did you start with a Reliant K song, then talk about pitching someone, and then instantly move off of both of those things?
Because I mentioned in a content meeting, I actually don't think you were there, about Reliant K's This Week the Trend. And this show is supposed to be an inner look at the network, the inner workings, the cogs in the machine that is the network, including
I
Headgum
see.
Incorporated. An interesting fact, Amir, about where you live, and I'll cut out any specifics. I might even not even include this, but just for the sake of the
Yeah,
conversation.
don't include it then.
No, it's interesting.
If you're gonna say like,
It
yeah, you don't have to
snowed.
say where.
It snowed in LA. The last time it snowed in LA, I don't remember when it was, the 80s or something. It was like right behind your house.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it hasn't snowed in LA since the 30s.
It might have been the 30s. Threes look like eights to me.
Yeah.
All right, I'll cut all that out.
I'll take Amir's personal life for 100.
All right, this one's sort of a gimme. Amir's annual income. This is
You don't know
gross.
it. They don't know it. Let's go to the next
This is
one.
gross.
You
Not
don't know
him.
it. You don't know the answer. This is gross. This is very gross. Don't answer. Just
Any taker.
move on.
Time's up. What is roughly dollars?
So much money. No, that's not true. Bleep it, and also it's not true. Move on.
Do you see yourself staying at Agbo Agbo? That's where I work. Headgum for the rest of your life.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's a pretty invasive question. You also just outed
Yeah.
where you worked, which I thought you didn't want to be public knowledge.
I can say that I work there. I just don't want to say anymore.
You don't want to say that you're working on the series, that you're working with, that you just got a promotion that was also kind of a demotion in a way.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And I know you have this little gag where you like to ask probing questions.
That's what
On
this
this
show is, or maybe not. Also, like, she got the worst Jonas brother.
You think Joe is the worst Jonas brother?
Of course.
No way.
It goes Kevin,
Okay, I'm
Frankie,
no.
All right.
and then a huge dip, and then it's Nick and Joe.
Wow.
Nick Jonas lives on Street in California.
George, this is also another theme is Jeff likes to dox people.
Yeah, George is a huge mixologist, which is great because we kind of have an in-house bartender at our house, which is at Los Angeles, California.
Hell yeah. And Jeffrey's car is the Jeep out front.
Okay.
Favorite sex positions?
Jesus Christ.
Let's go
It's
back
not
to
an invasive
instruments.
question.
Yes, it is.
How is it invasive?
It's the most private thing you can ask somebody.
That's not true. I could ask your social security number. I could ask your address. I could... Fine, fuck it.
Come on. No. And you're not even editing this, so I have to hope to God Ferris listens to this whole episode.
What are your guys' favorite scents?
I have a funny story about this.
That's
actually.
not funny, Marika. All right, Johnny, let's hear it.
So back in high school, I had a crush on this girl, and
Name, full name.
I'm not gonna do that. And
We'll bleep it out. Just full name.
No,
okay,
you don't have
I'm not gonna do that.
No,
But here's her full
Ferris,
name.
I'm not even editing it. Ferris will say that he'll bleep out the full name.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah, nothing gets by Ferris.
Why? You don't need to know this, Jeff.
I want to know. It's not for the show. I just want to know
yeah,
full
but
name.
you don't need to. What are you gonna do?
I might know her. Full name?
Okay, her name was
All right, cool.
Ferris footnote at 43 minutes 50 seconds. Don't cut it out.
Okay, did you know her though? Because you were asking because you thought you would know her, right?
Oh no, I didn't know her.
Okay, so what was the point? First of all, how would it have added to the story if you knew who this person was?
I mean,
All right,
this is what I was.
whatever you said, go on.
I'm sure homeschooling is also difficult, but like, yeah, my table just won't go any lower than this. And my Zoom is on battery power.
And you do still have the old desk. It's right behind you, right?
Yeah, this?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm selling it if anyone needs.
Like, did you put it on
I need to get
Craigslist
rid of
or-
it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want it?
I don't want or need it.
$500.
There's no way that cost that even at retail.
$550. Yeah.
You're increasing.
Well, don't worry about
You're
how much it
increasing.
used to cost. But I autographed the bottom of it.
$115.
$650.
$115 seems fair for that.
Deal.
I'm not buying
Can
it.
you pick it up today?
I'm not buying it. I'm saying that like for someone else.
I'll put it outside for him.
There's 2 steps I want you to take. The first one is just calm down because your shoulders are near your ears. The second one is take a photo of it, put it to your. He's lifting it with only his back. There is also a bunch of shit on the desk. Now he's sitting on the desk trying to lift it again with his back backwards. There's I've never.
He's going under the desk to try to push it.
I
up
haven't seen or
from
heard
the
from
bottom.
Avital in several weeks. So the general assumption / consensus is that he is sad.
I think he's unscrewing each screw with his bare hands.
And you don't even mean that he doesn't have gloves on. He has gloves on. His hands are so thick they're like a bear's.
It's done. Is the deed done?
It might need to be.
Yeah.
He might need to help me like get it out of this room.
I'm not buying it.
It's
just if you post a photo of that thing to your Instagram story and say, hey,
that thing.
It's a
You're
desk.
talking about it like it's.
It is an object. I'm not talking about a person. That thing is fine. If you post that to your Instagram story and say, hey, $200 OBO, you'll sell it that day.
But is it to like a random person that I know that will then have to find out where it
No
lives?
buts. Just sell it, right?
But I don't want random people I don't know showing up at my house.
So go down to the it's 2 blocks away from you, and then just like
you don't have to say that. You don't have to. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to
What is
say
it?
what I live near or my zip code.
Something shit like that. Just meet them in the fucking parking lot.
I'm not dragging my desk to a fucking.
Then you're not gonna sell the bitch. You're not gonna sell the bitch. You're kidding yourself if you think you're gonna sell it on Craigslist and people aren't gonna fucking recognize you.
How would they recognize me from a picture of a desk on Craigslist?
From Lonely and
They
Horny
also don't
season
need to
2.
because it's a desk.
What was that, Marika?
They don't need to recognize you because it's a desk and it's probably good. So like that should be enough, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
you don't
saying
need to
they
use
need
your star
to.
power to
That
sell
would be a
it.
nice, cool, like HGTV show, like desks from famous people or like furniture from famous people, and just.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even consider myself that famous. I mean, I have some notoriety, but like, I should be able to fucking flip this desk at a profit. Like, I don't think that's out of the question here.
Flip or flop.
Like, I'm verified on Instagram. Like, that should be worth something. And I feel like when I post about it on Nextdoor, I'm getting these messages that are like, who the fuck are you? I never heard of you. And I'm like responding publicly too. I'm like, you don't know who the fuck I am? Ask your fucking kids. And it's like it's a 20-year-old. So like he's already in the demo. So like, and then I'm getting harassed and I'm trying to like push back a little bit. And it's getting to the point where I'm like looking over my shoulder constantly because I feel
You're
like
not welcome in your own neighborhood. Yeah.
yeah, there's like this teenager that's been harassing me and I'm like, come find me, come get this. You know, I'm like that. And I put my address and now like.
Why did you give him your address? What are you talking about?
Well, I posted it publicly. He's like, what are you, little bitch? Post your fucking address here. I'm like, all right, here it is. And I said what it is. And now like I'm getting a lot of like ding dong dash, like
Bitch, but yeah.
egging situation. Yeah.
TikTok
like,
videos
people, like,
in your front door. And
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying. And I deleted it, but I guess he took a screen grab and he posted it on like a message board that these local teens are in.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, yeah, they all sort of
So
communicate with
TikTok
one another.
also?
Yeah. And they're harassing me on TikTok.
It's all the
I'm
same
starting
app.
to think-
It's just TikTok. Like you don't have to like spread it all over the place. It's just TikTok.
So let me know if you need I
Yeah.
might have to move houses, but let me know if you need the desk.
To uproot my family, but you can have this desk.
Yeah. I think I have to get out of fucking Dodge soon, but you can come grab the desk. I have to leave through the back.
The back is, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about where it is. You don't have to say where it is.
I hope this isn't actually where this man lives.
It
I would
is.
be
It is. It's
furious.
all correct. I am furious. He's going to have to bleep this. Bleep? Beep? What is it? You have to bleep it? You have to beep it?
Bleep. If it was beep, I think it would be like a car horn. I think Marika can talk a little bit more about that.
No comment.
With us as never before, Marika Brownlee on the sax, Marty Michael at, what is it?
You have to bleep that out.
So a wart is just what, a viral or bacterial infection, a sore?
I think it's viral. I think that's the whole point. Yeah, that's why the M.
So the difference between a pimple and a wart is virality
versus bacteriality. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow.
holy shit! I've never seen you
Fire.
like this, Marty. It's being a homeowner that's kind of changed it up for you. You have a newfound confidence.
What's that address again?
I think it's
You gotta bleep that out.
the goal is to make it a one-stop mom and pop shop where people can go to. I'm not going to give the URL yet because it's not ready, but
Give it to
and
us and
get-
bleep it.
.com.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna make it Chine and Sons, but so that's cheese and fine and sons. But some of these watches, like I'm trying to make a lot of money off of, and so it's like no one's gonna spend dollars
Can't
from
be a full
Chine
bit.
and Sons.
Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is to get them professionally serviced and professionally appraised. For as high quality as possible, but not super expensive on my end as well. So the idea is that in 4 weeks, let's say, people should be able to go to that URL that we bleeped and buy a vintage watch anywhere from $250
I think you
to
should. I think you should name it
$12,000.
Chine and Sons. But in order to do that, you'd have to change on your about page. You just make your name Geoffrey quote unquote Chine James.
Oh, that's cool.
And then that gives it some
that's
legitimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to explain it either way, but I already got the domain .com.
But you're like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, no regrets. Like,
Yeah.
But then it happens and you do have regrets, and that stays with you.
But maybe that's even
Micah,
part of
have
the
you
what
been to
happens.
Vegas?
I've been to Vegas.
And did anything that happened there stay there?
I mean, yes, something's left with me.
What did you do?
Nothing that bad. It sounds worse. It's just
Was
like
I there?
I feel like I had no. I just had like a.
Can you say it and I swear to God I'll bleep it out?
It was just like a.
Oh. I thought it was like way
So
worse.
it did not. It absolutely didn't stay. It haunts
No.
you.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it. I live with it every single day.
Spiraling.
I'm gonna bleep everything and I live with it every single day. All right, who in the office, the Headgum office, both West Coast and East Coast, do you guys think has BDE?
What is that?
Big dick energy. Because I think it's Claire. Because we're not talking about any body parts. I'm talking about who carries themselves with the confidence
The vibe.
of a for lack of a better term.
It's got to be D.
Ooh, yeah.
Delicious D.
It's definitely D.
Big D
Big
energy.
D energy. Yeah, big
Yeah.
Delilah energy. That's a good answer. What about, and it's, you wouldn't say that it's like me?
You have like you see Micah's microphone. You have thin, like your energy looks
Yeah.
like your penis would look exactly like Micah's microphone,
Okay.
including the coloration of it.
What about
the
texture?
bright white? Yes, the texture. Yes,
Even the
that's
felt?
that's
The
your dick.
windscreen?
That's your penis. Yes, that's your raw.
I was gonna say you have thin ankle energy.
How many people do you think I've slept with?
Yeah. I can't believe you said you made a mold of your asshole and now you're feeling shame. Now you're just starting now.
I want over under 10.
I think a little over.
A little.
Like,
come on, man.
I would think, yeah, below 20, more than 10.
You're like a relationship guy, aren't you?
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm 23 and I was in a 3-year long relationship.
Yeah.
I still think it's
Not
more
that
than.
many sexually active
Yeah.
years, I guess.
Fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Just
I don't know, man. You're asking me to talk about it.
Trying to infer. I don't
All right. Music.
Wait, this is one. No, because this was a question where there's actually a right answer. I feel like the other ones were kind of just like.
I'm not gonna give this
opinion.
answer.
There's just opinion
You can
questions.
bleep it out.
You
I'll
can bleep
cut
it
this
out.
out, but Micah was exactly right.
No way, really.
It might be more than that depending on your definition of sex, but penetrative
Cut
sex.
out everything except cut out just the number. So leave Micah was exactly right. It was
Truly wish I lived in Georgia today so I could play a small part in making sure Mitch McConnell's final years are mired in sadness and misery.
Mike.
You owe me $10, Danny.
No, thank you.
All right.
You can't put that on the air.
Correct. Mike asked me to bleep it out, but he did guess himself, basically. That's $10 to the man enshrouded in mystery and misery. All right, this one. What about this? Ha 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 ha.
Both.
Correct. That's $20 to Danny. He's up 10. Because you have to assume that both Mike and Ike have chuckled.
At least once.
Right, Amir?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least once. All right. I love Bucatini, and this article explaining its recent absence is just fantastic.
Ike?
Correct! That's $30 to Amir. All right. Please cut out the part where I explicitly
How did you come up with this shit? That's-
Yeah, man. How do you come up with this, dude?
I can't be sure, but I swear to God, Mike might have said that.
Yeah, I doubt it, but Mike?
Correct! Katie, you live in Los Angeles. What neighborhood?
Culver City.
Culver City?
Yeah.
Avenue? Or
Is that how it's pronounced?
I don't
I
care.
don't know.
No, my buddy
I
AJ lives there.
I think that's near me. I live off of like, I think is how it's pronounced, but it's another one of those names that,
Oh,
This is the first time someone's willingly doxed themselves on this show.
There's people that are way too famous in here for me to show you. So I'm not.
No,
I'm not
just
gonna
say
do
it. I'll bleep it. I just want to know, I guess, for
I don't
me.
trust you.
Me?
I don't trust you at all.
Ferris does the final pass on these edits, all right? So if I don't bleep it, Ferris will.
Can you read this?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a
I
good one.
can't follow that.
that? Moose?
I'm looking and I don't think I have anybody super famous in my phone.
Jake, where did you find this person?
In the elevator.
No, not Moose.
Oh, yeah,
You don't
sorry,
have any
that was-
famous people in your contacts? I mean, come on, Katie. This is mine. I don't know if you guys are going to recognize.
Who?
From
Oh.
the band.
This is such a funny game where we're just showing each other the contact names in our phone. So bad for a podcast. And then bleeping out the name of who it is.
Billy Brick had an article in Variety, so he might be a close second.
Yeah. You don't have Finn's number?
I have Finn's number, but like we all have Finn's number, so that's not like it's kind of a cop out. That's like if Marika were to say Jake, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah, like I said, Amir, but then I followed it up with the You're going to have to bleep that out too, because the pun is going to give it away, Ferris.
With the goslingest of answers. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm
Yeah,
so
same
sorry to
with
do
it.
this for you on your first
I knew
time
it.
back of the new year, Ferris, but you owe me a literal G because
What
AMC
could this
stands
be?
for American Man's. I don't even want to say this, but it really does. So
He
basically,
said it.
You wanted to say it, though.
Yeah.
you guys remember?
Hope she's listening.
Do you remember? This segment where the floor is open. Finn is allowing us into his life, onto his personal property issues, relationships, etc. So Amir, Billy, feel free to chime in, but I have a list just of some extremely invasive questions, Finn. So if you don't mind, and again, you can pass, but maybe we'll get one of these and this whole thing will go viral. Here we go. First and last name of the person you lost your virginity to.
What the fuck is your problem?
Pass, right?
All right.
What are you talking about?
You don't have to answer any of these. I'm just posing these. All right, pass. Exact street address.
You don't have
street
to.
address.
Personal.
How much money did you make in 2020?
Pass.
All right. Oh, wait.
Well, Finn, play along a little bit. Like, you don't have to answer all these, but don't be like a total wet blanket. Jeff invited us on. It feels like
don't give him an inch, because then he'll start asking even more somehow invasive questions, even though he's already asked like the 3 worst ones.
This is the best phone number to reach you at.
No. You don't have to say that. Do not say it out loud.
If you want, I'll bleep it. If you want me to, I'll bleep it.
Of course I want you to bleep it.
All right. And Billy, I'm here again. Chime in. This whole segment is bombard Wolf hard.
Next.
I have to leave.
Next question.
Or
What's
I'll
that?
be under arrest. I have to
Next
leave, or
question.
else I'll be in trouble.
Danny, you're married, so you don't understand the plight of Johnny, Marty, and I.
Don't put your plight on me.
I haven't gotten into some strange in the better part of a semester.
Don't you dare do that.
All right. Easy. We don't know what goes on beyond the doors of, what is it?
God, you have to bleep that out every time.
Before we move on, we're still playing executive decisions. I just need to let you guys know Harry Styles' current address.
You're Googling it?
No, I have it. I just need to pull up the doc.
What do you mean?
Have a
What
doc
doc?
of this?
What?
You said you're pulling up a doc. What doc?
Talk amongst yourselves. I don't know why it always has to flow through me.
You're the host of the show, and you just said something. In fact, you made us wait for the information. So yeah, we're asking
Ferris,
about
cut
it.
this out. Ferris, cut this
Ferris,
whole
keep
thing
this
out.
in. Executive decision.
It's in Laurel Canyon. I don't know what else to say, Danny.
Do you want me to move not close to him, or what's the?
That would be great. I think that Laurel Canyon would serve you well because not only is it conducive to creativity like comedy, which you're already good at, so the Canyon's only gonna fucking amplify that talent, man. But I can't help but feel like you, Olivia Wilde, Olivia Colman,
and Harry Styles might be a quarantine pod with Jamal, obviously.
Thank you.
It's incredible how much you talk about other neighborhoods besides the one you live in as them all being the best. And you, and by the way, you moved 13 times since I've known you, never to any of these neighborhoods.
This fish mostly occupies waters off the east coast of the United States.
How do I answer? Do I buzz in?
First one to say it, either Caleb Heron or blueback herring.
Oh, this is a Caleb thing.
No, I said this fish. That one was a gimme to just get us into the game. This is already going poorly.
Have you seen his lips?
What's that?
Glug, glug, glug. I'm constantly glugging also.
Holy shit.
No way.
Shit.
Put this
Shelby
video
just
out.
gamed the system. That's $20 to Shelby.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
All right, here we go. This bish mostly occupies Los Angeles, California.
Is he kidding?
So that's your real address, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that? How does Jeff know that? Never
He
give
did
him the
ask me.
actual
He
address.
did ask me.
It's so funny to do that to us.
He
You
did
can't
ask
do
me,
that.
but honestly, I didn't know why, but I thought he might have been sending us something.
Yeah.
Instead,
He
he's
is.
sending us death threats.
Nice.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I was so shocked to hear that. I think it's because we have asked people on our pod a couple times where they live, like just neighborhood wise, and people have been like, "I'll chat you." I'm like, "The neighborhood?"
Yeah. People will message us like Los Feliz, and we're like,
I'm on the north side. It's
okay.
like, all right.
Yeah, they'll be that vague too. It won't even be like, it still won't even be like Highland Park. It'll be like northwest.
So
You're
it's
like,
crazy to
okay.
just hear you say our address.
Northeast. Highland Park is northeast.
You're getting your bearings straight.
You're getting your herrings straight, blueback or otherwise.
That's
really
awesome,
good.
dude.
All right, Amir controls the board.
Personal life
See?
of mine for 100.
All right, here we go. Dollars.
It's not true, but you'll say, what is my net worth, right?
Close. Anybody
Steele.
else? Yeah.
How much Jeff would need to be paid to kiss you?
It would be less than that.
How much less?
I'll do it for a straight G.
That's pretty, yeah, it's a
Kiss
lot
Amir
less.
for 1,000. Oh my god, Amir, good for you.
Wait, who's paying who?
I pay you.
Okay.
Oh, I want to steal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the amount of money that
Before you
Amir...
go, I think you'll get this if you think about what you like to do in your free time.
What I like to do or what Caleb likes to do?
Either.
What is the amount of money that Amir promised to pay Jeff next year?
The correct answer is, what is the zestimate of Amir's house?
Wow.
Is that true?
That's pretty good. That's actually true. That's really good.
Huge if true.
Here we go. Caleb controls the board.
Yes, I'm going to go Amir's personal life for 300.
This one's actually a bomb drop.
What? Who is Amir's celebrity crush?
Close, but I can't give it to you.
Yeah.
This is for 300, so you got to get it exactly right.
You probably have to bleep this one, the Zestimate one, and I forget what the second one was. But yeah, let's go ahead and just bleep them all.
Do you want to steal, Amir? Is that what you're saying?
No, no. Daddy, chill.
Okay.
Daddy, chill.
Shelby, do you want to steal? Caleb was so close.
It's Amir's. They've kissed or touched butts or something.
That's absolutely correct. Who is Amir's ex-girlfriend?
It's not true. It's not true.
Is it close to true?
Jeff, you text Shelby sometimes, but you never text me. Amir, you never text either of us. What is going on? Everyone explain.
I don't have your phone number, and I didn't want to ask for it.
You guys feel like you couldn't have asked for it at this point? I'm trying to get texts.
I just thought it'd be sad.
Okay, Amir, what's your excuse? You don't text us at all.
I gotta say, it might be sadder that Caleb's begging you to text him right now than if you had just asked for his number in the first place.
All right, let's hear it. What's your phone number?
My phone number is...
Uh-huh.
And you can text Shelby and I separately or together. Maybe a little bit of a mix. Sometimes this,
when you're
sometimes
ready,
that.
I'll go ahead and give you mine.
Sorry, what was it?
You want me to say the whole phone number again?
Yeah.
I just called you.
I had the area code.
It went straight to voicemail.
My phone number is...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then Geoffrey has mine, but Amir, when you're
yeah.
ready, I'll go ahead and give you mine. That's gonna be two.
Love that.
This is crazy. What? What is it?
Cool.
What about My Little Black Book? Yes.
Yeah, we should burn that. All the numbers that you put in there are fake.
We're definitely.
Yeah. All right.
I just what are we supposed to do with that reaction? You didn't even answer the question if it is your little black book. And now
No,
you're
it's like
sad.
a list of all the people that I've, had romantic entanglements with.
Yeah, let's burn it.
That's what that book is. Yeah, definitely.
And you want to burn it? Because
Yeah,
there's kind
start
of some
fresh.
memories there, and I kind of want to keep in touch maybe.
Start fresh.
Yeah, it seems unhealthy.
Yeah. What is it about that seems unhealthy from your perspective as a panel host, comedian, etc.? Is it
the attachment
Is it
to
the
it right
attachment
now?
to it?
I think
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
attachment
like
to it. Every other book you sort of just glossed over after we answered, but this one you're kind of defending.
Yeah. Well, that's one of one.
You're just clinging on to it so hard that it makes me think that you're not doing well.
No, I'm doing fine. I just sometimes I would wonder how is doing.
You don't need to say her full name.
How's
she didn't really ask to be.
How is she doing?
Okay, that
one you made up.
Made up, yeah.
It actually was not, but that is a name I would come up with. So Italian. All right. I guess this is as good as time as any to announce this. I'm working on I'm developing it with CISO, and it's going really well.
Sorry, did you say NCISO?
Point being, I didn't have a lot of time. But I did have a lot of time for reflection. As I was falling asleep and shit, I was lying awake nights, sweating, seemingly a side effect from the COVID vaccine. And, I realized the error of my ways. I realized the terror of my ways. And so I wanted to have you on again to give notes on how I can make these segments better. So do you have any notes so far, Heaven or Mel?
I feel like I just blacked out in the last minute. No.
Lost my mind.
Yeah.
All right.
One note is you sort of soft pitched your CISO in the middle of the segment after you announced the segment, after you played the theme music.
I feel like we were giving feedback on, and then somehow I got sidetracked to
Yeah,
CISO.
and you said this is as good as time as any, which was not a good time. You said it was a good
The
time.
worst time. There's a time at the end for plugs.
I feel like I fucking missed going to some kind of social etiquette class when I was young because everybody else seems to know how to act. What about yelling obscenities at an underling employee / friend during an all-hands Zoom meeting while the whole company watches / smiles?
That's an interesting piece of information you get at the end. While the whole company smiles.
Yeah. That's
Does it
what
indicate
hurt the most was Angie Garcia from Headgum couldn't get enough of it. She was like practically throwing ones at the Zoom camera, like tipping Amir for fucking chewing me out.
I think she just liked the name Dorkass.
Amir called me a dorkass. I think heaven because that means he'll die.
Holy shit.
I really do think that. And then I don't even have to have a guilty conscience because he's experienced enlightenment almost.
But you still like kill him in this hypothetical. Don't show your
your fucking shirt that says God is love.
You just asked us if we wanted to burn the Bible. Wearing that shirt.
All right, what about becoming a sorcerer's apprentice? So you get the little hat.
There's too many of these.
That sounds
Why is there
ideal.
many of
So
That's a good
Is
note.
that the name of a Harry Potter book?
Sorcerer's Stone. Or sorry,
Okay.
Philosopher's Stone. Probably what you
Philosopher's
read.
Stone.
All right, what about living at...
Okay, all right.
Oh,
That's
there
also
you
just
go.
saying, like, should go to heaven or Mel. Like, if
That's
you're just talking
literally
about
Mel.
me.
Amir Blumenfeld chewed me out publicly on a all-hands company Zoom meeting. He called me a dork ass. He said I was Johnny Bravo if he fell asleep in a tanning bed. He said I was a poor man's Jake Johnson, but not as a compliment. And he also said that I looked like a hieroglyph when I stand up straight.
And that was just like, that's scratching the surface.
There are other things that I can't even air, and that's coming from me, someone who likes to say people's personal address. Like, George, you live at...
Yeah, and we live together.
Yeah,
so
you doxed yourself.
You doxed
there.
yourself.
I think that should be kept in, Ferris.
But it's against your interests.
Well, look, I'm strong. I can protect myself.
I've been getting weaker and weaker as the year goes on.
I guess the first thing that I think of when someone's like has someone's address from the internet, I don't think of them like immediately going to fight the person in the house. I think of like they're probably going to do some other things. So I maybe don't rely on your strength.
Well, but also we're talking about Jeff, so they might fight Jeff. George, I think, is probably fine. They might drop off a gift or like a basket, gift basket.
That would be
But-
really nice. Actually, definitely drop George off a gift basket.
So they'll drop it off at the front and then go around back and
beat your
beat the
ass.
shit out of me. Yeah.
On Amir's recommendation, I found a place near Cedars.
On Amir's recommendation? Not my recommendation?
Yours did look like it was next to a Subway or some kind of Qdoba. Like it was definitely in a strip mall. And
It's not in a strip mall. It's on Wilshire. It's in fucking Beverly Hills. Okay,
It's not.
It's mid city. It's mid city. And I resent you saying that it's next to a fucking Qdoba. Where did Amir go? Somewhere in the fucking valley, probably.
Well, obviously, bleep it then. Bleep that then.
It's an endorsement.
I don't need people knowing anything about us.
Fine, Ferris, bleep that out or cut that out. I don't
Bleep that out. Where you got your LASIK done?
Yeah,
You think you're
because it's like
Brad
a
fucking
family
Pitt?
friend. I don't know. I feel weird saying stuff like that.
Jake, you probably have healthy eyes. I know your prescription wasn't anywhere near as bad as mine.
What's yours?
Negative 5.5 in both eyes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Pretty bad. So I need somebody like a...
I understand. And you got to bleep that too.
We didn't dox anybody, so I would be remiss if we didn't. We should say that the next Headgum office might be at... And we're not sure yet, but we do have an offer in, and we'll see.
Obviously cannot say any of that.
Marty
keep
should
any of
not
it in.
tell you this information ever.
I told Marty. I was the one who made the offer.
Yeah. So
Don't
it's not
do
an
that.
offer.
It's an offer if it's put in. Well, you know what they say. It is what it is. Yeah, we can do plugs. Oh, we should say
Yes,
you guys
please.
say two birds with one stone. Los Angeles, California.
How do you have it memorized?
He has all our addresses.
It's fucking insane.
You do
It's
send
weird.
us stuff.
Oh, we should say, Jake, that your house
Easy.
is up for
No.
rent. Well, it's up for rent.
Yeah, okay.
I'm wondering if we
I
get
don't
another
want-
style tenant.
I don't want Anyone who listens to the show living in my house.
We might be signing a new lease, we should say, on a new Headgum office in Lauren. So
we should
you should
say, and also,
Yeah, we don't have to like say insider, like, oh my God, so much of that coffee has been drunk in the last 14 minutes. That can't be good for you. You must have had a pint of cold brew.
Yeah, wait, how did it go away? I
So
didn't see you
quickly. I think it's
chug
the
that.
sips that he takes are so big.
They're huge.
That's crazy.
Lapkus.
You don't,
So,
right.
pretty
Don't
cool.
say the exact location.
Right.
Don't
Wow,
leak
so
the
people can come
information.
find
It
it.
has,
Unreal.
Los Angeles.
it also might
Bleep
not
all
have.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bleep all
But
of it.
that's exciting.
Yeah. It should be, if it happens, it'll be exciting. But
Yeah.
Jeff won't know first because, yeah, you're not supposed to talk about it out loud on a podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would say it's almost written in the stars. Like, definitely count on it. I would put in your like own contact thing on your phone, put as your work or one of your works.
Okay.
So that you can just type work on Google, whatever, and then, it comes on Apple CarPlay, obviously, and then it just navs you
What's
there.
next?
I hope this is
Interesting.
good for audio.
Probably not, but I mean, I guess
Yeah.
like sound.
It's
skates.
good for video. It's fun to
Yeah.
watch you walk through LA.
And of course, this isn't
nice.
being recorded anymore, so like, can't even use it for social or
Yeah, let me
anything.
get the record. Yeah.
That's a nice gate you have. What's your address? I looked that up.
Welcome to Development Hell. Development Hell. Jake and Amir are currently experiencing it, and we can't speak with much more liberty on the subject. It is
You don't know anything. What are you talking about?
It is this. It's. What's the title?
We're not talking.
Are you talking about
We're
like
not
the
gonna tell you.
Patreon
No.
videos?
Or whatever.
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't know about that. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I guess bleep the title, bleep the person's name, and in theory, you can keep the name of the segment.
I guess we should just go into plugs. I know we all have work to do.
Geo into plugs.
We all.
We heard that. You misspoke. Geo into plugs. Like it's a
Geo.
gyoza. Hey, it's Geo.
I didn't hear it, but that's pretty funny if he did misspeak.
Rufio, Roof.
Okay.
Geo. Now let's Geo into plugs. Where did you go? Hey, come back.
Why don't you Geo fuck yourself?
That's really good. Geo, fuck yourself. Like GYO
Or G-I-O
yourself.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Here's my plug.
Hey,
Los
my
Angeles,
fucking
California.
address. Forget that.
Get his
Forget
ass.
that.
Get his ass. And if you can't get your ass to LA, mail him, for lack of a better term, toxic biochemicals, anthrax, ricin. It'll all be nice to him.
Ferris, let's bleep that out in the key of G with a kazoo. And I'm back.
Word of the week. Holy shit, word of the week.
What? No way.
Why Amir has gotten the word of the week like 3 weeks in a row.
I know, and the craziest part is that he's the richest of the four of us, and
Yeah,
you keep getting like
for
a
sure.
bow.
We don't know that.
Your Patreon thing, man. It's simple math. You can't have a pay-per-view service like that shows you how many patrons you have. I know how much the subscription price is. I know how much Patreon takes. I can calculate how much money you make on a monthly basis. I don't know what Marika's salary is. I don't know what Johnny's salary is. I barely know what I make.
That's right, you don't.
No, but I know
Yeah,
yours.
exactly.
I know yours. I got your number.
All right.
I got you pegged.
But to quantify you don't know what's going on
like
with Johnny and his side
1,000
gigs.
a month. You got to assume Patreon because you're part of the creator thing. What, they take 20%? So you're left with, let's do the math here, actually.
I would love to hear about Johnny's side gigs, though.
1,000 for the year. Divide that by 2, obviously. So that's 1,000, right? That's it, give or take. And then Uncle Sam's probably taking what, 40%?
Yeah, so like in terms of like side gigs that I'm like thinking about, I bought like a new camera.
That's a lot.
So
a hell of a
the
lot,
camera I'm
actually.
kind of going to use to film new stuff. I've been working on stuff like last year, 2 years ago. So now it's time to like really hone in those skills again.
Investments.
'Cause I've taken a break being at home.
You have
What's up?
investments too.
Investments?
I'm in a mirror.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, see, we were trying to kind of divert the conversation because it was very uncomfortable for all of us. You talking about how much Amir makes. Yeah.
To the finances.
Yeah. You live on a street, right?
Mm-hmm.
That street is in California. The exact street address is. Let's talk about it. I'm wondering,
obviously,
how much did you put down?
Don't leave the actual
on a California
address,
ranch.
Yeah.
And how often does Jeff Grosvenor, I've never said it out loud, come over?
So this is where I would say let's cut that part out.
The exact address. Yeah,
How
he usually
so?
says it and then we bleep it.
Oh, cool.
Billy, what are you working on? Social media, what do you want to point the people to? Floor is yours.
I'm not working on anything right now. I have a movie coming out sometime next year, but I'll probably be on sooner than that. So I guess I'm on Instagram at gmail.com is my email. Fuck it. That's my email.
Bleep that out, Paris, obviously.
Oh, there's a new bar right near the office called Nikki's Unisex, and that's a cool spot.
Damn, Daniel.
Thanks.
You know what else is by the office that I saw on my bike back from the Brooklyn Navy Yard? A giant, nope. I mean, it is.
It is.
Billy's been staying with me this week, and like we were like kind of friends before this. Like we would just text each other bits, but now we've been like waxing about and life and at general, really. And now I feel way closer to the guy. Like he's a little fucker, but I love him to death.
Yeah.
Sounds like a friendship.
It really
which
does.
is nice to have.
That's great. We're happy for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you and Billy the same age?
What'd you say? Did you sign with yet?
Did I sign? No, I didn't. I didn't sign with. Yes.
WME? You did sign with them.
What are you talking about?
You're reps.
We've been
You're
with
agent.
WME. Yeah, we've been working with them since. Paris, cut this out.
How's the series coming?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you about it, but it's only because I feel like I've heard Amir talk about it, and he's pretty cagey when he talks to you. I don't think there's any reason not to, except for the fact that you sometimes like say people's addresses and financial information. So it's just it feels weird to share things with you sometimes.
We should say Los Angeles, California. Whatever the area code is.
That's you nailed it. So that all has to be bleeped. Of course.
Selling your house.
That's right.
Any offers?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's bleep this entire.
Dollars. That's doubling your money.
Let's bleep this. let's bleep this entire thing.
Dane, we should say Brooklyn, New York.
Wait, yeah, you should say that, but that is an old address of mine. Did you look up like my credit score illegally?
I did a background check.
Okay, interesting.
I did a background check on Spokio because I have a
Are you having a heart attack?
I'm having heartburn because of the coffee. You didn't react
Right.
at all to that. I thought you were going to be a little upset. We will bleep that out, but basically, this is the first time I doxed someone without asking them for the address. So I searched your name on Spokio, which I have a premium account on. And that was the one that came up.
Burping. It's disgusting.
I guess I also plug that I'm going to be in LA pretty soon.
Wow.
So
you'll see The Office. You'll see everybody here. When are you coming?
July 12th through the 17th. So
shit.
Gonna be a good time.
Is it a work trip or are you just here for something else?
Nope, work trip.
Sweet.
Yep.
Jake will be here too, I think.
Huge if true. The studio's
we should
almost
plan
done.
we should plan something. Maybe a dinner.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
With all 1,000 of your friends, Jeff.
3,000.
Racially ambiguous. Jeff and a bunch of like curly haired white chicks just hanging
A staple of the
Marika-
internet since what, 2010?
Marika, did you
Yes.
receive a payment from Hannah?
I did, yes.
Okay, this is you.
That was a good
Yeah, a good
captcha.
test.
Yeah. Verify your identity.
Number of sexual partners in your life.
Ooh, okay, I can figure this out. We're talking full penetration, or
yeah, just to make it easy.
Okay,
Zach is the first guest that leans into how uncomfortable you make them, throwing it back at you.
Yeah.
He will yell his own address at you later.
Well, sex is a construct, right? Like, cunnilingus is sex. It's
Yeah.
I would argue a wonderful dinner is sex of sort.
I don't know.
Depends on what you eat, I guess.
I would argue a wonderful dinner is sex in and of itself.
So that being said, I've had sex 1,000 times.
I'm a pharaoh.
I have not had many sexual partners. I'm trying to do the tally in my head, and I want to say it's like.
That's
I'm gonna
unbelievably honest. We'll bleep that out, but that's one bag. That's absolutely one bag.
No, I'm going to answer all of these things.
There's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
take
of
the value of my house.
Okay.
If you were to liquidate it, which I did not pay for all at once.
Of course.
And my assumed savings.
Correct.
And I will say my net worth. But also the value of the company that I co-own.
Correct.
Yeah. Is certainly far more. Because
It's gotta be $8 million.
Oh, you think that much?
I don't know. What part of town do you live in?
Don't know. You obviously don't know. So don't throw out a figure like you do. It's gotta be
gonna guess like somewhere between. That was before I considered the Try Guys.
Unbelievable. Full address? By the way, we're going to give you that one.
California.
I knew that it was going to be. And do you want to know why?
I'm a new resident. Well, because I want my money to get me a house that's more than a closet.
No, because you guys' studio's in. So it has to be close. And
you're gonna bleep
nice.
that out as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
How much was your fiance's engagement ring?
Oh my!
Congratulations,
God.
by the way, on your upcoming nuptials.
Thank you.
Jesus fucking
I don't remember.
Christ.
It was fucking expensive.
It's supposed to be
How
what,
dare
half
you.
a year's salary?
Yeah, I did not do that.
Or half a month?
It was certainly. It probably was north of. Fucking stupid purchase. The audience thinks that my dick is a lot bigger than it is.
That's the
I would
sweet
say I
spot.
have an penis. I believe it's around the thing inch
we can
when erect.
Yeah. Of course, bleep all this out.
The real question I would say is how girthy is your penis? I don't think we talk about that enough.
I don't have the
that's a hard
measurement
one
for
to
that. I think
measure.
it's a good girth.
Well, and again, I would say mine is there's
This is
nothing special
unbelievable.
about it.
I might bleep out that
Nor
entire
the way
part.
that I'm.
Yeah.
Even if it were better, I would say I'm not someone who can use it to much effect. So,
Jack, you can't say that. You're a millionaire.
yeah, which is why I don't have to do anything with it.
Who's the most famous person in your contacts?
Ooh, that's fun. Maybe because she had a TV show.
I love her. Hey,
Who
I'm
else?
single, by the way,
Let's see.
Zach. Like, if you want to give me those digits.
She's not. She's also gay.
I didn't know that. Are you ready to go toe to toe?
Sure.
One by one, we're gonna name things, the closest establishments to our houses. This one we're not gonna bleep. I'll go first. Coffee shop. That's like 2 steps from my house.
This is insane.
Amir?
Amir, don't play this game.
It's not next to my house, but there's a Phil's Coffee in Santa Monica that I really like. It's on like 5th and I want to say Arizona.
Breakfast and brunch. Other 2 steps away. Amir, your turn again.
What's the end goal of this? Because you're just going further away from your house. At least Jeff is.
Yeah, you've plateaued. You started with the best part. It's getting worse.
So close. If I start with that,
it should have
it's not
ended
going to
with
get
that.
any closer.
Well,
Right, that's what Marika's
again,
saying.
what was
So
the
you
end
started
game
with that.
of this?
Amir?
There's an In-N-Out in Westwood that I used to frequent a lot in high school. I think it's on like LeConte and Gailey. But again, I don't live anywhere near these places. I don't want people knowing where I live.
Honestly, fuck it. My address is... Los
No,
Angeles,
you don't have to
California.
fucking say it.
Oh my god.
Obviously, don't want people to just see you, join you, attack you, know where you live. You also have roommates, so
Yeah.
you owe it to them to bleep that out. Obviously.
I don't owe them anything. You want to know why? Because I pay rent like anyone else in this house.
So do
you
they.
owe them rent.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to state my Venmo publicly. Please don't bleep this one out because I want fans to send me extra money.
That's not a good idea.
At
Okay.
Really, Johnny?
Wait, what's up, Danny?
It's really
Yeah.
And then
And then that's me.
that's it. You're
that's
not
me.
coming up.
Oh, really?
Wait, let me see. Oh my god. Yeah, it says
This is not good
Jonathan
content.
Rodriguez.
I guess send it to him and then just kind of tell him.
Is there an E
You can
at
give
the
him a
end?
heads up.
Danny, do you want to know where Jason Sudeikis lives?
I don't care, bro.
All right.
But sure, for content's sake, sure, let's do
It's
it.
he lives. Let me get the street name. It's
You don't have to.
No, let's figure this out.
Is he still over there or what?
Yeah, he stayed. Olivia
Yeah, but-
Wilde ended up moving to in Laurel Canyon with Harry Styles, and then now she's like with him in Europe, which is too fast.
You're gonna get these people killed.
Me?
Did you forget to send the release form?
And that's what I'm actually pissed about. So Casey, Brian, if you guys are listening, you didn't send me the release form, man. That might be the difference maker at a certain point, Walsh. Oh my god.
Can you say what it is and bleep it out?
It's for
Nice.
it would be huge, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get it. I'm not
Big
smart
time.
enough to write for that. So
Send it to
That
me.
show
I'll
name
write-
sounds like a gas station.
Johnny, we just said that we were the
God.
POCs at Headgum, and now you're
That
being
is
so
racist.
serious. Oh, this was a joke. This was the joke that killed the most, and I'm gonna bleep it out because I don't want people to hear it, but I want your thoughts, Danny. It's
Okay.
That's how you delivered the joke?
yeah. It killed on the day. I don't know if I was clear this time. What happened to me this morning? I recorded a different podcast, and then I was asked out on a date. And yeah, and then
Why are you crying?
I was by a different person. So I'm kind of shook and coffee anxious.
Oh yeah, do you have a cold brew next to you?
Finished it already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First of the day?
First of the day, first of mene. I don't know what I'm gonna do
Yikes.
for lunch, but I'm gonna do dinner. I'm gonna have penne.
When is this date that you've been asked on?
What are you guys getting off to recently?
I really wanted to know more about what your situation is.
The fans have been clamoring for a video version of this.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be the clip that we clip out. I just want to make that very clear.
What do you think the clip will be so far?
It'll be me making Johnny.
We're in New York. We're in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
New York.
Did you want to say the
Yeah.
address? I imagine you.
New York, New York, or Brooklyn, New York?
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah. I mean, either way,
Either
your
way.
Google Maps will find you.
Yeah.
We'll find you here.
All right,
We do
great.
have to move on. I'm so
Perfect. That's quite all right.
sorry. Johnny, you just moved to New York.
I guess. You probably shouldn't say that. I deserve this.
You do. What are you gonna do with it to make your ethical billions?
Oh, okay.
I already forgot what your thing was. What was it, Johnny Viro or something?
No, it's
It's funny because I listened to last week's and I didn't know it because it was bleeped.
yeah,
It's nice to be on the inside.
baby.
I did stand up for the first time about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Went well, but my opening joke was I'm gonna bleep it because I don't if people come to them.
Yeah,
but
totally.
it was.
That was your opening joke. You have you walked on stage with there's no trust built with the audience and you immediately just try.
We have to move on actually.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, we should say that we're aiming for revenue.
Are we?
last year you got what?
You shouldn't be in these meetings.
And by July of this year, as far as I'm sure, we've already gotten what? So that's Johnny, your sales guy. That's unbelievable.
That sounds pretty accurate.
I think that actually is accurate.
For how checked out you seem a lot of the time. It's surprising when you have that kind of recall and the in-depth knowledge of our strategic goals and how much cash we have booked in Q3.
I would say since the beginning of 2020, we are more than doubled staff-wise, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. Shout out.
Bleep that trader's name.
Then let's ditch Amir.
That's
squared. Let's get rid of both of them.
I'd be okay with that.
Trimming the fat.
Cohen's solid.
Yeah.
Blumenfeld.
Let's get him out of here.
Yeah. The thing is, we would need to keep Cohen around to fire Amir.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
Hire
the intern that worked with us a year and a half ago.
More than that.
2 years ago? 3?
Wasn't she like your year, Jeff?
No, it was like 2 years after me. Ben, where are you coming at us from? Exact address would be great.
Oh, yeah. I'm in New York City.
Not even going to narrow it down to a borough. Smart. That's the way you want to do
Jeff's
it.
new thing is doxing people.
City. Oh, thank you for the applause.
Rick, you live in...
I thank you not to bring that up again either.
Jake.
We'll be bleeping all of that out. That's good.
And I'm at an Airbnb near McCarran Park.
You can leave that in because you'll be gone by the time.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. You guys were neighbors. Were you there at the same time?
I don't know. I left in, I guess, 2005. I moved to Massachusetts.
And you never looked back.
Yeah, I was in Savannah in 2005.
Wow.
Maybe we crossed paths at the Publix.
You must have.
Possible. Or that like Sonic that's over there.
That Sonic was like my high school spot. Like that is where me and my friends hung out all the time.
Wait, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Savannah Arts Academy. My address is...
We will bleep all this out. Where'd you go to college? You went to Tisch?
Yes.
That tracks.
How did you know that?
That was a wild guess. I did not actually think you went to Tisch. Do you know...
I do know...
She used to work at Headgum. Do you know...
No.
Tisch
Sorry.
is a big school.
But it's amazing he knew one of the people that he said. I mean, the first one, he should have said no to both.
Yeah.
So you guys, you're from LA. Do you know...
That's not a real name.
I just run through the list of everyone I know in LA.
I don't know how close is Savannah to Atlanta. Because I have a friend named Rami that lives in Georgia. I don't know if you guys
Rami?
Rami. Well, her last name is.
Okay.
Rami is cross.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
No way. I don't know.
It's important because it's noon on a Friday.
Holy shit. Word of the week.
Unreal.
Yeah.
What, noon?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Wow.
No way. Yeah. Sorry you didn't win this week, Ben, but that's $1,000 to me. Is that right?
Yeah. Cool. What's your Venmo?
Shit.
It's just
Didn't.
Yeah. But you don't have to Venmo me because you did this a few weeks ago, and I just had to Venmo you back, and it's kind of just like a chore. So
yeah.
You know you're in Los Feliz when there's those certain types of gas lamp street lights. Jake knows what I'm talking about. You used to live at what? Was it? Okay, and if you reverse search that on Spokio, you can find your current address.
Okay, so let's bleep that out there.
We should.
We do have to
I
take
was
a break.
distracted because I had to send you back $1,000.
I knew a guy who was in theater at NYU named James Johnson.
Do you know Sammy?
No, we're not doing this again.
But now you don't need a day job. We should, because you have a deal with on 2 projects. We should say.
And what was the rate on that in terms of the sale?
Wait, stop. Is that real? Are you just bullshitting, or do you know that?
It's on your website. It's on the front page of your website. I searched Ben Marshall, clicked one link, and it was the 3rd sentence down.
Oh man. Okay, fair enough. I forgot I put that on my website.
It's a good thing for your website. Weird thing for Jeff to bring up on a podcast.
I'm just wondering what the sale was. We can cut this out.
Yeah, let's get into the numbers here. Let's break down the deals.
Is Ben allowed to play, or is
Ben,
this...
do you want to? You don't have to play. I don't want to.
Joe Wenger is a big time simp marshal. We're working together on something, so you know he simps my ass.
Is he working on your the show you're developing?
He's working on. Yeah. It's a show that we're developing. I feel like such an asshole talking about this. Can you get rid of the stuff?
Yeah, it'll all be bleeped out.
It'll all be revealed in time.
Jesus.
Huh?
You said it'll all be bleeped.
Yeah, it's gonna be bleeped
I said it'll
out.
all be revealed in time.
Yeah,
not on this podcast.
Someday,
not on this podcast.
Yeah,
not on this podcast.
Not
But
on this
maybe if the
podcast.
show goes,
right on fucking Ben's time, it'll be.
Yeah, and
revealed.
you know what?
Daddy, chill.
To stop the noises.
Do one of the things that a podcast host is supposed to do, please.
He's a speed bump. You're a roadblock.
The Soviet
You're a
Union
stumbling
national
man.
anthem is a sound bite that lubes us into the day.
Why
the theme song?
Hated that.
The theme song
Hated to
is
hear
the
that.
sax, which I think is called Toot Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lubes us into the day.
You were so close to doing a normal thing there. And then that one just action word.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that verb.
Feel free to take as
Don't
much time
lube
as you guys
me.
need, but how are your guys' days?
I'm going to ask you to repeat the question.
Your guys' days.
Yeah, how are your guys' days?
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of pressure to answer at this point because of the music.
I would say above average today. Good day so far today. Nothing.
You heard it here first. Amir Shmuel Blumenfeld rocking the fucking tea at Los Angeles, California.
All of it bleeped. All of that bleeped, including the color of my shirt.
All right. Billy, how's your day?
It's an above average day, I would
Yep.
say. I'm having a slightly above average day. I'm waiting for the bomb to drop and then you to say my address.
You heard it here first. Billy Scafuri, don't know his middle name, located at a 3-digit number, I think.
Yo,
Los
that was
Angeles,
a win.
California.
That was a win
Wow.
for me. I learned that Jeff doesn't know my middle name, which means that you can't Google it because he
Sure.
Googles everyone's personal information. So that's
Yeah.
a win right now. There's some
Okay.
sort of.
I know your middle
Thank
name,
you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave it at that.
Johnny's sex life update. Johnny, we should say that 2 weeks ago.
Holy shit! Please bleep that. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my God. should say. We should say
Also
that.
not a question. Also not a question.
Oh my god!
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Great. Fantastic. We should also say, like he has to swing out to a sponsor. Ferris, bleep that out.
Oh my God.
I can't share this on my Instagram story. Please keep that out, or bleep it at least.
Whose dog is that? Sorry. Amir, is that Luke?
Sorry, my gardeners are here going ham.
Yeah. Can you
Let me give,
can you put a muzzle on Luke? Just because like this is gonna be gold, and I just
I
want
can give
to
him a little. Yeah, you guys keep talking.
What'd you give him?
I'll figure this out.
This is fucked.
Amir's gonna come back covered in blood.
On his shirt. You're in Jake's new house, townhouse in Brooklyn. We should say
Yeah, it's very nice, except
No, let's not. Let's bleep the address.
I did almost book a kind of big recurring guest star. I think I told Billy this, but on NBC's, and I didn't book it.
Was this before COVID or?
This was, yeah. Well, actually, it probably would have fucked everything up because I would have gotten COVID, and that would have been worse if I got it and then gotten COVID. Oh, Finn called me back.
that was easy.
What? So you're in New York. You live in Chelsea. We should say.
Yep.
Address.
If I say it now, will you bleep it out?
I won't, but Ferris will.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys all know where that is?
The hell was
I'm
that?
just saying,
Johnny?
wow. I
can
mean, I kind
assume.
of know that avenue, which is really nice.
You kind of know that.
You barely know it, and it's all just numeric.
I feel like I might cry for 3 hours in the next 3 hours. So
Yeah.
I'm a little like crazy right now. I don't know what's going on.
Is that why you have to leave your house at 5?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because I live far and I have to travel far. Bleep that out.
You said Le Mans. I heard that. What about Le Mans
Yeah.
pubis? So it's like you're having sex. At
Move
What's
on.
the address of your
Move on.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Nice. That's right around the corner from me.
It's
now.
not too far from you.
Yeah.
And you can follow my writing on at a Substack that I'll probably set up between now and when this episode comes out.
What?
A Substack.
You're gonna
It's
do that for real?
Maybe. It's hard because
I
it's like
support it, man.
no, it has to be a constant practice. You have to put theoretical notes and put them into practice. You have to implement. And I want to walk the
Morning
walk.
pages.
Morning pages. And warning pages, sending people threatening notes here and there. That's all right. So Zach, let me know where on you live, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, that is my actual screen. All right, we need to end the podcast.
At Marie Gaylon on Twitter and Instagram. Listened in the new Punch Up the Jam, hosted by Andrew Rose Gregory and Evan Gregory, who have taken over hosting duties.
Couldn't get huh?
They got Weird Al on their first episode.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Who are these
Thinking
people?
Amir will be
How
on
did we
soon.
find these people? I'm mad about it.
Yeah. First of all, don't be.
yeah,
Secondly, don't bring it up. Thirdly,
Yeah.
don't name names. Like, you have no seat at the table. You have no voice in the room. You're actively pushing against the company moving forward. So just, be quiet.
I just don't
Let
understand how
other
we
people do
settled
what
on
they're
these
doing.
two idiots.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way,
they
the trailer
don't
got
forward their
more
credits.
downloads than any other Headgum trailer ever. So you're kind of like firmly in the wrong. Like their trailer got more listens than this podcast.
They're
did
accomplished
after 6
musical
months.
comedians, and you're a nobody. They've been doing musical comedy on the internet since you were like 4.
Yeah, and you're going to drunk musicals with fucking Johnny.
Wow.
आप कब वापस आ रहे?
Oh my god.
You push any button, it's gonna be the worst sound I've ever heard.
I have to cut that one out. Marika, am I going to see you at all when I'm in New York? Or
I mean, ideally, I don't know. You could easily come to Queens if you wanted to.
I would love to come to, well, let's be specific.
No.
Let's meet at LaGuardia for an after work aperitif. Oh, plugs. What do we got going on? What do you guys want to point the people to? You don't have to plug anything. Sometimes we go around the horn. It takes another 5 minutes. Just chime in if you have something. Floor is all of your guys's.
Jeff, you're living on. So if people are listening to this show in Brooklyn and New York, go over there.
Go to Jeff's
Don't. Your eyes lit up as you said, go over there. Like,
Yeah.
he would love to have you. I almost was in an Enterprise commercial with Kristen Bell, and asked me why I lost out on it.
Why'd you lose out on it?
Because I shaved my mustache. I didn't know that mattered. Nobody fucking told me. I walk in for the final callback, or for the read or something, and they were like, what happened to the mustache? And I was like, oh, I had to shave it for a different audition. And they said, oh, thanks for coming in.
They didn't even do the...
No!
They don't know you can like put on fake mustaches, that they have like makeup departments.
New York.
Fuck
right?
you! Fuck you!
That was
he finally found it. He finally found it.
That was the line. Sorry, I got lost picturing myself living in Pyle's back house. We should say that on the show is Grayson Wise at Gray K Wise.
Shelby Wolstein at Shelby J. Wolstein.
Just Shelby Wolstein, but J is my middle initial.
That's
oh my God.
Welcome to another edition of the Headgum Podcast. On this week's episode, we have Grayson Wise at Craig Gay Wise. We have Shelby Wolstein. Is it at Shelby J. Wolstein?
Half an hour in to start.
Oh wait, no, that's.
over.
You can follow me on Instagram at Geoffrey James, on Twitter at Jeff Boyardee. Also, if you're a urologist in the Los Angeles basin, please give me a call.
No.
I'm having some pulsating pain. Which
Picked it up in that bathroom in Colorado.
The door was open. I was, basically trying to get a venereal disease and succeeded.
How's that for virality?
How many people in industry listen to this podcast?
I can guarantee. Oh, you know who listens to this? I can't. I'm gonna bleep this out, but listens to it, so that's about as.
I want to be repped in 8 weeks.
But back to dating in LA for a second. You were just talking about how you were kind of plopped into the dating scene very fast. Yeah. So let's do this. I think this will be helpful for everybody listening. Between
You're fully listing. Okay.
And who else was there?
This is getting cut out, right?
No. We'll bleep all of this, but rank them for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So this is. This feels horrible. I think both have the same quality of like you can bring them to any event.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't have to worry about them.
Sure.
They're like very operable and independent. This feels horrible. I hate this so much.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna veto that. This is a conversation I'm happy to have with you in private. I just hate you.
No.
Headgum loses out on one Stranger Things podcast and gets another. We booked a brand new show.
Don't talk about this.
$1,000.
Don't talk about this at all.
And the
right?
Duffer
You don't know
Brothers weren't
anything.
wise to it at all, Grayson or
No,
otherwise.
absolutely don't.
And so what I thought we could do
I cannot speak to this.
was do our own Stranger Things pod.
I've never seen
this
the
one
show.
being, for copyright purposes, Stranger Thongs.
Oh, this is worse.
I have a confession. I'm in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, at a furniture store. But I hope you guys don't hold it against me. Kind of.
Of course we knew that. Is it an IKEA or is it a different furniture store?
It's an IKEA, yeah.
And are you happy?
I am happy, but
that's great.
I mean, the thing about the tags, the roommates, it's all.
No, we know.
and you don't live there.
No, I don't. Well, I kind of just bouncing around different IKEAs indefinitely until I find some housing.
Yeah, and we should say that you're moving to, what is it?
Do not say that. How do you know that?
You told me. You sent me some of the listings.
I don't know. I never did.
Oh, then then AJ sent me it and said, this is where I'm living. Here we go. 30 seconds on the board, and we are starting now.
Vagina.
Correct.
Pussy.
Got it.
Slit.
Got it. Yes.
Coochie.
Yes.
God. Twat.
Yes. 3 more.
Do you have any that I'm missing?
I won.
Say it.
Box.
Got it.
That's
Two
good.
more.
Casey?
Keep me out of this.